Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm going to teach you about maps 1.2. We continue our series and specifically we will be talking about continents. This is presented by me, Roman Saini. Do follow me on Unacademy. This is the link where you can find my user profile and see all the lessons which I have created till now. See, when we talk about world map, you remember this particular picture. This is a 2D representation of a 3D space. So Earth, obviously, you know, is geoid, which is approximately a sphere. It is represented in a 2D format here. So this entire thing, right from these lands near Greenland till entire Canada, Alaska, mainland USA, Mexico, and all the Central America and Caribbean islands, this is North America. These 12 big nations, as you can see here, plus French Guiana and Falkland Islands, they are South America. This entire Africa, including Madagascar, is Africa. This is Europe, okay, and this is Asia completely, okay, and finally this we have here Oceania, and the one thing which is missing here is Antarctica, which is below. Okay, now moving forward, this is basically the 7 continent model which is used by most of the scholars. They agree to this model. The red color here till here is it Asia, this is Europe, the entire green thing is North America, the dark green is South America, blue is Antarctica, and this maroon or pinkish color is Oceania. Okay, is that absolutely understood? And finally yellow is Africa. So these are the 7 continents. This is not Australia. See, Oceania is also not agreed by some, but Australia mainland and Australia continent are different. Then there are different terms like Australasia, Polynesia, Micronesia. All this is include Melanesia. All this is included in Oceania. So now moving forward, so most of the scholars say that the continent are 7, including Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia or Oceania. So this is the difference. But Australia is a small part of Oceania. Okay. Now Europe, North America and South America. Few say it is 6 when they include Eurasia. Few say they are 5 when they club Americas. So is that understood? So now moving forward, number of continents is not fixed. Okay, number of nations is not fixed rather. So number of nations in the world varies from 190 to 206. 190 are those where sovereignty is not disputed. For example, India, USA. These are the states whose sovereignty is not disputed. Well, 16 are the states of United Nations where sovereignty is disputed. So total can vary from 190 to 206. Some say 193, some say 195 nations, some say 200, some say 203, etc. Now United Nations membership is basically there are 193 member states. Okay, then there are 2 observer states. These include Holy See. Holy See is related to which nation? Vatican City, and Palestine, obviously. So these are the 2 observer states. They are non-member states, and there are 11 others. So total makes it 206. The classification is according to United Nations membership. Then there is various curious cases. One I wanted to highlight is curious case of Sealand. This is nothing but rough. There is some pillars. There are some poles just next to the coastline of England, and it is called Sealand. Very very small area. Hardly 50-60 people live here. But a guy claimed sovereignty over it. They have their own passports, own coins. He claims himself as the prince. His name is Prince Bates. And England also can't do anything because it is an international waters. So there are lots of curious cases like this. Obviously, most of the nations do not recognize its sovereignty. Now, how do you know that which nation falls in which continent? Whenever the capital is in that continent, it means that the nation is of that continent. For example, Russia falls in Europe also, Russia falls in Asia also. But since Moscow is in Europe technically, so Russia is a European country, and by that classification. Okay. Now Africa has the highest number of countries plus non-sovereign states in a continent, that is 54 sovereign states are there. It is followed by Europe with 50 sovereign states, then followed by Asia. So Asia is the largest continent, agreed, but it has lesser number of countries as compared to Africa and Europe. Then these plus afterwards is either the other states or non-sovereign states, or the sovereignty is disputed, or free association states and whatnot. North America has 23 states, so people think only USA, Canada and Mexico are there, but there are actually 23 countries. Lots of them are in Caribbean islands like Trinidad and Tobago and etc. Plus there are numerous dependencies, 11 in number, and there are other areas which are 14 in number. You can go through them, you can find the links on Wikipedia, but that is not essential. Then South America has 12 nations, okay, plus there are two other. What are these two? As I've already told you, 12 countries include Bolivia, Brazil, etc., and two includes French Guiana, plus country like Falkland Islands, which are disputed between Argentina and United Kingdom. So let's move forward. Australia is a very curious case. As I've already told you, Australia mainland is different from Australian continent. For example, Australian continent will include Tasmania and other countries. Okay. Now New Zealand is not part of Australia continent. Okay, please remember this. It's 100% correct. Rather, it is part of a submerged continent called as Zealandia. But it comes under a larger term called Australasia, and Australasia comes under Oceania. So Oceania here includes Australasia, Melanesia, Micronesia, Polynesia, okay, and it is also sometimes listed with continents. So in 7 continent model, you will realize that the 7th continent is Oceania or Australasia, etc. This Oceania includes 12 full members, including Australia, New Zealand, Tuvalu, Fiji, etc. Plus two, these nations are in free association with New Zealand. For example, Cook Islands and New. Okay, these are the two sovereign nations, kind of, but they are in free association with New Zealand. Okay. Now Antarctica, the final continent. See, Antarctica cannot be claimed by any nation on this planet because of Antarctic Treaty System. Although there were numerous claims which are made by Australia, so it is called as Australian Antarctic, Argentine Antarctic, Chile. So these obviously will make claim because they are very close to Antarctic, right? But UK, Norway, France, in World War II era, there were a lot of expeditions, scientific expeditions, military expeditions, which were sent to Antarctica to test various theories, various practicals were conducted, etc. Now, Antarctic Treaty System says that Antarctic is defined as all of the land, not only land, plus ice shelves which are south of 60 degrees south latitude. So anything 60 degrees south latitude is Antarctica, of course not water. So it is a scientific land. Antarctic is made for science. Please do not corrupt it by sending military, do not allow weapons, arms, etc. there. So do as many scientific expeditions as you want, but no military activity is allowed according to Antarctic Treaty System. And this treaty has been officially in force since 1961. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson on continents. Do let me know if you want me to continue this series. And thank you for watching the lesson. This is Roman Saini signing off. Bye bye.